Good morning, students. So, dear students, today we will do doubly reinforced beams. So, what is doubly reinforced beam? So, beam reinforced with steel both in tension zone and compression zone are called doubly reinforced beam. So, if the applied moment is more than moment of resistance of singly reinforced beam section, then two alternatives are available. So first is to increase the depth of the beam section, second to provide compression reinforcement. So in majority of the cases, depth of the beam is restricted due to architectural and headroom consideration. Headroom means space below roof or bridge. So in that case, the only alternative left is to provide reinforcement in the compression zone, giving rise to the doubly reinforced beam section. So conditions under which doubly reinforced beams are used. Conditions under which doubly reinforced beams are used. So first is when the depth of the beam is restricted due to headroom consideration, architectural or some other such reasons such as basement floors and staircases. Second, when the bending moment due to external loading is larger than the limiting value of moment of resistance of singly reinforced beam section, in that case, and the size of the beam is restricted. So in that case, the doubly reinforced beam sections are used. 3. When the member is subjected to eccentric loading. Member is subjected to eccentric loading. And 4. So the external live loads may alternate. That is, may occur on either face of the member. So 5. When the member is subjected to shocks, impact or accidental lateral thrust. So 6. When the beam is continuous over several supports. So in that case, the section of the beam at the supports is usually designed as a doubly reinforced beam section. And the doubly reinforced beams are considered as uneconomical beams because the strength of the compression reinforcement is not fully utilized. So this is the section of doubly reinforced beam section. So for the calculation purpose, the section of doubly reinforced beam section is considered to consist of two separate sections. So section 1, section 2. So B is the width of the beam section and small d is the effective depth of the beam section. D dash, it is the effective cover to compression reinforcement, and AST is the total area of the steel. AST is total area of the steel in tension. So this is equal to AST1 plus AST2. So AST1 is the area of the steel in tension for a singly reinforced beam section required to resist moment Mu1, and AST2 is the area of the additional steel in tension required to resist moment Mu2. Actually, this section of doubly reinforced beam section, it consists of two sections, section 1 and section 2. Section 1 corresponds to the balance section. Balance section having moment of resistance as ultimate moment of resistance, having limiting moment of resistance. And this is the section 2 used registers the balance moment mu2. So mu2 is equal to mu minus moment of resistance of the singly reinforced beam section. So mu2 is equal to mu minus mu1. And xu is the depth of the neutral axis from top. Xu is depth of the neutral axis from top. FSC. FSC is the stress in steel in compression. Stress in steel in compression. FCC is the compressive stress in concrete at the level of compression steel. So its value is 0.45 FCK for D dash upon D up to 0.2. So for the value of D dash upon D is equal to up to 0.2. So the value of FCC means compressive stress in concrete at the level of compression steel, its value is 0.45 FCK. And ASC is the area of the steel. ASC is the area of the steel in compression. So the section. So this is the section for the doubly reinforced beam section, and this is the strain diagram, and this is the stress diagram for doubly reinforced beam section. So this stress diagram, this is it consists of two separate diagrams, stress diagram. So this diagram corresponds to the section 1, stress diagram corresponds to the section 1, and this stress diagram corresponds to the section 2. So actually this stress diagram for doubly reinforced beam section, for calculation purpose, it is split into two diagrams. So first diagram corresponds to the section 1 of the singly reinforced beam section, balanced singly reinforced beam section, and this stress diagram corresponds to the section 2 for the additional moment mu2. Now, so total tensile steel. So T is the total tensile steel. T is total tensile force. So T is equal to T1 plus T2. T is the total tensile force. So this is equal to T1 plus T2. So T1 is equal to 0.87 F by AST1 plus 0.87 F by AST2. So it means 0.87 F by AST1 plus AST2. So this is equal to 0.87 F by AST. So total tensile force T is equal to 0.87 F by AST. So T is equal to T1 plus T2. So T1 is equal to 0.87 F by AST1 plus 0.87 F by AST2. So take 0.87 F by common. So this is equal to AST1 plus AST2. So AST1 plus AST2 is equal to AST, total area of the tensile steel. Then total compressive force. Total compressive force C is equal to C1 plus C2. C1 is the compressive force provided by the concrete. So this is equal to C1 is compressive force provided by concrete. So this is equal to 0.36 FCK B into XU, and C2 is the compressive force provided by steel in compression zone. Compressive force provided by steel in compression zone. So this is equal to FSC into ASC minus FCC into ASC. So this is equal to FSC minus FCC into ASC. So where FSC is the stress in steel in compression, FCC is the compressive stress in concrete at the level of compression steel, ASC is the area of the compression reinforcement. So total compressive force C is equal to C1 plus C2 and total tensile force T is equal to T1 plus T2, and at the limit state of collapse considering the equilibrium of forces. At limit state of collapse considering the equilibrium of forces, so T is equal to C. So T is the total tensile force, T is equal to total compressive force C. So it means T is equal to C1 plus C2 and total tensile force T is equal to 0.87 F by AST. So this is equal to C1 is equal to 0.36 FCK B into XU and C2 is FSC minus FCC into ASC. So it means XU, depth of the neutral axis from top, its value is 0.87 F by AST minus FSC minus FCC into ASC upon 0.36 FCK into B. So if the loss of the concrete area occupied by the compression steel is neglected, then FCC if the loss of the concrete area occupied by compression steel is neglected, then FCC into ASC. So this factor is 0. So then depth of the neutral axis from top, its value remains 0.87 F by AST minus FSC into ASC upon 0.36 FCK into B. So this is the depth of the neutral axis for doubly reinforced beam section. Thank you.